Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nick, and I wanted to make this video because last week I just got back from my first trip, my first vacation out the country. I went to Punta Cana. I think that's how they say it around the locals, but I just got back from the Dominican Republic. It was such a great experience. It was a beautiful experience. It was something that I really needed. That was a much needed vacation, a much needed refresh. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I know for a lot of people, if you go there, especially to the DR, you want to do some type of excursions. We did a bunch of excursions. The one thing that I wanted to talk about because of my experience is the ATVs, the four-wheeling. If you're like me and you're on YouTube right now watching this video, I'm a over-prepare. I like to be prepared for things going into it. I like to get an idea of what to expect. I need to know what's going on before I get there. I'm that friend. If I'm going to a restaurant, I'm gonna look at the menu before I get there. I don't plan on this video being long. I just wanted to give y'all my experience so you have an idea what to expect. If what I went through seems like something that you're interested in, I would definitely recommend going along with it, because first off, let me just say, if out of any criticism that I have for this, for me and my friend and the people that we were with, we had a lot of fun. We thought this was extremely fun. I don't know the name of the actual company that I was with because I booked on the Viator. I don't know. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. Please don't laugh at me. It's Viator, I believe. I just booked it on the app. They have a website as well. I feel like a lot of the names for the ATV excursions were really generic. It was just like, oh, 4x4 cave diving ATV, half day ATV. I didn't really see anywhere like a specific company, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see something that said, oh, specifically CarMax, specifically Geico. I don't know the exact name, but I'll post a link to the place that I went through and the company that I went through. I'll post a link in the comment section below. I'll also put a screenshot so you can see which one exactly I did. So my experience is for the one that I went to, obviously. Your experience might be a little different. For me, my experience, we had a blast. This was really fun, but let me start from the very beginning. So I stayed at the Hotel Rio Republica in Dominican Republic, and with pickup, they were right on time. They told me, I think we're gonna be there at 12:40 or something like that. They were there exactly at 12:40. Now, when you get on this, just be cautious. Like for me, I got bad sunburn on my shoulder. They pick you up in this kind of like a safari kind of bus. Like you're in a car, but you're like, it's like no windows, like you're outside, but they got like a roof and stuff over you. But so for us to drive was maybe 20-25 minutes or something like that. If you're wearing a hat, for me, I was wearing a bucket hat, but mine had a little string attached to it. Make sure you secure it. My friend, he also had a bucket hat. His hat flew off and fell down the highway. So make sure you keep your possessions to yourself. When we get to this place, they have a shop. This guy, he'll come and talk to you. At least for me, I had a guy. I forgot how you pronounce his name, but he said that his name is also Chocolate. He said that the girls call him Chocolate. So if you've seen the reviews, a bunch of people saying chocolate, they're saying Chocolate. He said for the reviews to put his name as Chocolate. I forgot what his real name was, but if you get him, if he was great for me. He was very knowledgeable. He was very patient. He was just a cool guy to be around. He was laughing with us, he was cracking jokes, but at the same time, he was doing everything that he can to keep us safe and make sure that we don't kill ourselves, which I'll talk about a little bit later. One thing that was odd, they made us sign this like document. I'm assuming it was some sort of like insurance thing or some sort of, I'm drawing a blank on the name right now, but basically like if you die, it's not their fault pretty much. But the weird thing was that we signed this document, and usually in America, if you sign something like that, you give it to the company. They said to put it in our pocket. So I don't even know why we signed it. Nobody checked anything. They just said, yeah, sign this document, fill it out, and then keep it. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but whatever. So Chocolate, he talked to us for a little bit. He gave us a little bit about the rules and stuff. He talked about different hand signals he's gonna do to try to make sure that we're safe when we're actually on the road. And then we were off. We went outside. We went to this kind of building with all the ATVs on it. One thing that I will say about this particular one, again, I don't know if this is all companies. For this particular one, they did no sort of class. They did no sort of teaching at all. They cut the ATV on. They said, hop on, put your helmet on. And then it was kind of like, let's go. Like I was in the front of the group and he went ahead and he was like, oh, come on. And I was like, what do I hit? And like, then he had to tell me, you hit this switch. So you hit to accelerate, you got to hold this switch. So you're going to be driving with your thumb, with the gas pretty much. So to me, I thought that was kind of not safe and not really professional. They don't explain anything. They're kind of just like, all right, hop on, let's go. And like also like, well, I'll get to that a little bit later, but Yeah, so they don't teach you anything. So just know you accelerate with your right thumb, and it's also a brake on your right hand. And so we go off, we start driving, we drive for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then we get to this house or this shop, whatever you want to call it. And this is where I saw all the reviews saying that people are going to try to sell you things. 100% true. So this guy, you should be seeing video of it right now. He was cool as hell. He's I forgot what he said. He's Haitian, but he's also from New York, and he moved back down to Dominican Republic. He was cool as hell. He was very easy to talk to. He did a great job with his presentation, and he let us sample a couple of things. He gave us, I believe, some coffee, some green tea, and some Mama Yama. I think that's what they call it. Apparently in the DR, they love this drink called Mama Yama. If you're black and you know what the honey pack is, hopefully you don't know what a honey pack is, but think of like Viagra, you know, pretty much. They say in the DR they drink this drink, Mama Yama, and it's supposed to, you know, you're supposed to drink it when you got a little, if you're a guy, you're supposed to drink it when you're with your lady friend and y'all plan on having a good time. It's supposed to make both of you feel good, if you catch my drift. So they were really pushing that throughout the entire trip. But the guy, he gave a speech for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then they broke us all up into groups because they try to sell you stuff, which this part was so annoying to me. They try to sell you cigars, they try to sell you green tea, they try to sell you coffee, Mama Yama, little shot glasses, little beads, and they all break you up so they can try to pounce on you one at a time. In general, in the DR, a lot of people are very, I don't want to say predatory. I don't even know if that's the right word, but they really try to sell you on stuff. But yeah, you're going to stop and do multiple stops on this tour. They are going to try to sell you things. So after that presentation lasted about 15, 20 minutes or so. We hop back on our ATVs and we drive off. We drive off to this beach. I forgot what it's called, Macao Beach or something like that. Oh, and back to the part about them not teaching us anything. When we were on our way to the beach, it's one part where you're going down this big hill, and the guy, he gave me a signal. I forgot what it was, but it was a signal to kind of like slow down. My friend David, shout out to him if he sees this, he went flying past all of us, and everybody was just yelling, hit the brakes, hit the brakes. And you could hear him yelling, where's the brakes? What are the brakes?
Yeah, Dave, I thought it was over.
You're funny, man. Glad I can make y'all laugh.
Again, they don't teach you anything. They just tell you, hop on this, let's go. So learn where the brakes are. The brakes is on your right hand. All right, just, it's very self-explanatory, but pay attention to your brakes, please. So then we get to this raggedy ass beach, and they take us there, and it's like, it's so dirty. It's like Pepsi cans and like trash just all over the beach. And they set us down at this little table. We had a nice couple that was with us, and we were just talking for like 15, 20 minutes or so. They're gonna sit you down, they're gonna tell you, oh, this is so relaxing, and then they're gonna try to sell you some stuff. The food there was really expensive. I bought a Corona. I think the Corona was like $8 or something like that. And again, we were drinking and driving, which I don't know how that works in the DR, but in America, obviously you don't do that. But we were drinking, and then we went back on our ATV. So they're gonna take you to this beach. There's gonna be people everywhere trying to sell you stuff. The people there, I respect the hustle. I get everybody needs to make their money, but it was so annoying. You have dudes on the beach trying to sell you beads and bracelets and necklaces, and it's so many people walking around with like parrots, and they try to put the parrot on you and be like, oh, you want to take a picture? Bro, get this damn parrot off of me. And that's the thing with this. It kind of felt like, you ever heard of, I'm drawing a blank on it. Was it like timeshare meetings? Where they'd be like, oh, if you go to this timeshare meeting, you'll get a free flat screen TV. It kind of felt like that. Like you drive for like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes or so. You go to this next spot. You sit there for like 15, 20 minutes. A bunch of people try to sell you things, and then you move on. And so before that, or so after that, we go to this beach, and then we have the long drive back. This was the most fun because this was the most driving that we did. Also along this time, when you're driving on this road, you got people walking, we drove by a bunch of people in dune buggies. It's a lot of chaos going on, but to me, it was so fun. Even with these criticisms, I would definitely do that again. I plan on doing that again if I ever go back. So that was really fun. But after we leave the beach, we take that long drive. We drive now for like, again, 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes or something like that. It felt like forever. We was back there Tokyo drifting, you know what I'm saying? But then we get to what's supposed to be the highlight of the trip, the cave. When I planned this trip, I saw pictures online of other ATV companies or whatever, and they had this like big open space, like it looked like a lagoon or something, if you want to call it that. This cave was not exciting at all. It's literally, you go down these steps and yeah, you're in a cave, but it's just like a small circle, pretty much. And it pretty much is like, it's people that you can go in there, you can dive, and then you come back up and then you come out the water. That's pretty much it. It's not like you're gonna be chilling in there, you're gonna be swimming around and stuff like that. You just dive in there and then you come back up. Me, I didn't do it. I'm black. I think they said it was like 8 meters. I don't know how much meters are. My friend David, he jumped in and he said like he jumped down, there's no bottom. He was like, it was just black down there. So they do have life vests. If you can't swim like that, they do have a life vest. I think you can rent one for like $2 or $3 or something like that. Please be safe, because I was nervous as hell watching people dive in and they don't come back up and then they pop back up eventually. I was nervous. But again, it just sucked because it was pretty, like it was nice to look at, but you're there for like 3 minutes. And like I said, you literally just dive into this hole. I don't know how dirty that water is. You just dive in this hole, you come back up, you climb back up, and then you go back up the stairs. And then there's more people trying to sell you. Also, with all this in this journey, one thing that the dude, Chocolate, I feel weird calling another grown ass man that. But one thing he was telling us too, when we were going to this cave portion of the trip, when we were driving on our ATVs, he said, if you see a child, do not stop. He said, do not talk to them. Don't take anything from them. Don't give them any money. They will hound you. And I didn't see it, but they said that one woman in the like area, because there was a bunch of people over there. They said one woman gave one child $1, and then it was just like a swarm of kids came out of nowhere trying to also get $1. So that's the thing with this trip. It's like, I had a really good time. I thought the driving portion was really fun. You do drive in a line. It's not like you just have free roam, free range, just go off and do whatever you want. But we were hitting pretty high speeds, and like going to the destination is like, it was pretty fun. And I felt safe the entire time. Like I said, the head dude that was like the chaperone for us, he was great. I forgot the other guy's name. He was a person that stayed like behind all of us. They were great. The transportation was great. The host, they were great. But bro, the people trying to sell you stuff is really annoying. But this is something that I would recommend. Again, I'm going to post the link below about the one that I use personally. I cannot speak for any other company. Maybe they take you to a different cave. I don't know. I can only tell you what I went through on my trip. But like I said, we drove by a bunch of people in like dune buggies, and they were completely muddied. For me, I wore all black for the most part, or I had a gray shirt on and like black pants. I wasn't too dirty. My shoes were pretty bad, but I wasn't like as muddy. Like with seeing the dune buggy people, I thought I was gonna look like that, but it wasn't too bad. But again, I had a great time. If I ever go back to the DR, which I plan on doing, I'm definitely gonna go back and do the same company that I went last time, even though I have an idea of what to expect. I had a great time. The ATVs were extremely fun. I love, like, it was sometimes we hit like the actual pavement roads, like normal roads, and we were just gunning it. Like, that was so much fun. I had a lot of great memories. The group that I had, it was 4 of us, 4 customers in my group. We had a nice couple who were also from Virginia, 2 up, 2 down. They were great too. So if you're thinking about doing ATVs, like I said, this is just my experience. This is just kind of to give you some sort of idea what you can expect. I don't know any of the other companies. I can't speak for that. I can only speak for mine. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I had a great time. I do wish they had like free range to just do whatever we want to do, but we didn't. But I still had a good time. So thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. If you have any questions below, you want to know anything, you want to know about something more about the locations, the cave, any other excursions that I went on when I was in the DR, just let me know in the comment section below. Love you guys. Tell someone you love them. Until next time, see you in the next life.